and welcome to the in-house debate with me, Wasbir Hussain. Meghalaya appears to be witnessing a big political churn. The question now is whether the state, known for its political volatility, is going to witness major realignment among political parties and individual leaders. As NPP leader and Chief Minister Conrad Sangma was busy giving shape to the formation of a new pan-Northeastern regional party to represent the region in one single voice, there are reports of internal dissension within the party. On the other end of the spectrum, TMC leader Mukul Sangma faced a severe jolt when his own brother Zenith Sangma quit the TMC to join the Congress. This raises the question whether Mukul Sangma and company could also rejoin the Congress or whether Mukul Sangma would consider forming a new political party. The two major parties that are sitting tight at the moment and silent are the Congress, once Meghalaya's dominant political party, and the firebrand VPP. The big question is whether important regional parties like the UDP and the HSPDP continues to be a part of the NPP-led alliance, or whether they would like to chart a new course of action for themselves ahead of the 2028 elections. To discuss and debate all of this, I have with me, on my right is Rashmi Bhuya Sharma, our senior anchor. On my left is Onita Muza, our associate editor, and to her left is our chief news editor, Nabarun Goswami. Now, the big story at this point that we are going to debate at this point is that there has been a lot of rumors and speculations going around as far as the political developments in Meghalaya are concerned. Some of them are in the realm of speculation and some of them are actually things which have been said by political leaders. Now, when NPP's national president and Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma announced the formation of a new pan-Northeastern regional party in New Delhi on the 4th of November and made it clear, he had made it clear that there will be one name, one flag and one symbol for the fresh new party. However, interestingly, back in Shillong, senior party leader and Meghalaya Deputy Chief Minister Snabalang Dhar asserted that the NPP's core symbol and legacy will remain untouched. Now, let's listen to what Conrad Sangma has said in his New Delhi announcement and what Snabalang Dhar, top NPP leader and Deputy Chief Minister, had to say.
We've repeated again and again, we are all going to come in and merge and become one political entity. One name, one symbol, one flag. So that is what our objective is, because that without that we feel we will not be able to achieve the kind of goals and objectives that we have set forward.
Whether the NPP symbol now will change from book to something else?
No, book will remain.
Election symbol?
No. That is our election symbol is book. It will remain. Why it should change? Who told you?
That's why you say some confusion are there.
Confusion is always other confusion, not the party confusion, no?
So the book will
Yes.
remain.
Yes.
So what exactly will change in that case?
Nothing is changing.
Then how is it getting a merger thing? Because according to the press release that we have received, one
A
political
time will
party...
come, then you will know everything. It's not appropriate for me to tell you too early. But the book symbol will remain.
Will it also continue to be part of the NEDA?
Yeah, obviously. Asona will continue, no problem.
We have seen only 4 regional parties are actually in that. So, is there any plan to bring other regional parties?
Let's see, a time will come for everything. And the time will come and a time will speak.
Absolutely two contrasting statements there by two top leaders of the NPP, the main mover and shaker of this attempt to form a new pan-Northeast political party. Conrad Sangma saying that there will be political parties that are going to merge. It will have a single name, single flag, single constitution, and single symbol, and so on. Whereas in Meghalaya, in Shillong, Snabalang Dhar, the Deputy Chief Minister and NPP leader, said that NPP will not change. NPP's flag and symbol is going to remain intact. That triggers once again fresh speculations as to whether NPP is trying to gobble up other smaller political parties under the garb of forming a new political party. That is in the realm of speculation. Only Mr. Conrad Sangma and other top leaders of the NPP could clarify. But from what Snabalandhar said, that NPP will emanate. Now, this brings to the question whether the NPP itself is on the same page as their leader and Chief Minister Conrad Sangma, as well as far as formation of the new political party, where Conrad Sangma gave an impression that he is ready to shed its identity and merge into a new political party with a new name, flag, symbol, etc. So that is the big question. That is what we have been saying, that there is a big political churn in Meghalaya. That is what we are going to discuss. Nabarun, what do you make of this? These two contrasting statements coming close on the heels of Conrad Sangma. They are announcing the formation of a new political party.
This gives a feeling, Wasbir, that the announcement of the formation of a new party has been done in a hurry. Yes, leaders were travelling. We saw Pradyut Dev Burma travelling extensively to Nagaland and other parts and also meeting leaders. But still there was a hurry because the impression that we are getting is that majority of the NPP leaders were also not aware of the move. In fact, some party insiders who didn't wish to be quoted also said that some of them or probably most of them got to know about this move initially only through the news break at Northeast Live that such a regional front is coming up.
Yeah.
And there was no formal meeting in Shillong, as per sources again, quote unquote, before the announcement. However, again sources added that Chief Minister Conrad Sangma did hold a meeting online from Delhi to inform that this is happening. So yes, clarity will be required when Chief Minister Conrad Sangma will definitely sit with his party leaders, we are sure. But when the announcement was made, there was no clarity. Conrad Sangma, they are saying one symbol, one flag,
right,
new party, totally different.
And his party leader is saying
no, NPP remains intact. So this could mean two things, as you mentioned. Either it is going to be NPP all over, which means parties like Tipra Mota will have to merge with the NPP. If not, then NPP leaders are not probably aware of the developments.
Now, Onitam, you know, elections are still far away in Meghalaya to 2028, 2 full years and a little more. Now the point is, it is too early to talk about what will happen ahead of the elections, because Meghalaya has been known for its political volatility. A lot of changes takes place, people coming here, going there. This has been a common thing in Meghalaya. Now the point is, as far as what we are witnessing, this is one development taking place as far as the NPP is concerned. And on the other hand, it was initially rumored that Mukul Sangma will, and with his entire lot in the TMC, will go and join the Congress. But that did not happen. We saw only Janit Sangma, who is his own brother, quitting the TMC and joining the Congress, and they think and they are saying that it is his own wish. He is free to do what he likes. So that is the brave front which Mukul Sangma has been adopting. But do you see something more to it than what meets the eye?
Of course, Wasbir, as far as the switch that Zenith has done has actually stumped Mukul. He might be sulking at home because after all, brother, got unaware, but politically speaking, definitely a big move there. This is being seen now, the coming together of Zenith and Saleng Sangma, the MP there. So, and there is already a lot of buzz that there are several other Congress leaders who are going to, former Congress leaders who are going to make a comeback from NPP, and particularly from MPP, because of course, because of the recent cabinet reshuffle, which again is turning out to be a big sore point there for many of the prominent leaders who were just dumped, and many are also upset about the language used in the letter which had gone out to them from Chief Minister Conrad Sangma. So many of them sulking there, definitely not coming out in the open, definitely they will not do that. But Zenith making the move, of course, many thought that Mukul Sangma will also make that move, but the Congress party has been very clear that they are not quite happy and they are not ready to welcome Mukul back. In fact, some leaders went ahead and said that Mukul chapter is closed.
I'll come to you, Rashmi, but let me for the record say that Vincent Pala, the Meghalaya Congress president, he said that Mukul's joining or not joining the Congress is something that only the AICC is going to decide. And I quite don't buy this theory that Mukul Sangma has been caught unawares by Janit Sangma's switch to the Congress. It could have been, I would presume that it's just like testing the waters. Maybe it could be even that, and
Right,
everything
yes.
is in the realm of
Yes,
speculation.
speculation.
Now, Rashmi, कांग्रेस जो एक मेघालय के सबसे डोमिनेंट पॉलिटिकल पार्टी थे अंटिल रिसेंटली, कांग्रेस एक बड़ा पार्टी था, लेकिन आज का तारीख में कांग्रेस का कोई भी एमएलए मेघालय का
एक तरह से अस्तित्व का संकट से जूझ रहे हैं।
अस्तित्व का संकट में है, तो कांग्रेस का तो कुछ लूज करने का कुछ है नहीं। तो जनित संगमा आ गया, अच्छा है, यू आर वेलकम। तो कांग्रेस क्या ये परिस्थिति में है कि मैं मुकुल संगमा को नहीं लूंगा, उसको आने नहीं दूंगा? कांग्रेस क्या ये स्थिति में है?
मुझे जहां तक लगता है कि कांग्रेस अभी इस स्थिति में बिल्कुल नहीं है, क्योंकि कोई भी विधायक उनका नहीं है। ऐसे में जब आने वाले चुनाव है, जीएचएडीसी का पोल होना है, उसके बाद 2028 में विधानसभा चुनाव होना है, तो ऐसे में अभी उनको सबसे बड़ी जो जरूरत है इस वक्त सांगठनिक जो स्थिति है उसको मजबूत करने की। तो ऐसे में जो बड़े बड़े नेता अगर कम बैक करते हैं तो ये उनके लिए एक वेलकम मूव होगा।
Nabarun, you see, that's it. Congress has nothing to lose, isn't it?
Yes.
They should be happy that Janit's a tall leader. Janit Sangma is a very important leader is in Meghalaya.
Yes.
So Janit Sangma coming, so for that matter, Congress should welcome whoever comes to it.
But again, Wasbir, we have to visit why Mukul left the party in the first place. Why did Mukul leave Congress? Pala is perhaps the single most important factor.
But there is something called realization. Don't you think Pala must have realized by now that losing Mukul was a big jolt to the party?
But his actions have not been showing any of that kind of realization so far. And if sources are to be believed, Mukul wouldn't want to join the Congress till the time Pala is there. So it's a dilemma for the AICC to take a call, probably to choose between Pala and Mukul. Pala has been at the helm for some time now. He has been with the Congress all along. But again, we know how Mukul functions. When Mukul joins, he likes to call the shot. So does Pala. That is where the problem lies. And the time when Mukul joined, now Congress all of a sudden, just a month ago they were nowhere. With Zenith's joining and with speculations doing rounds, Congress seems like to have become one of the sought after parties. So they are thinking 1 year ahead. What if Mukul comes and then there are other possible joinings on the pipeline probably? Will Mukul's coming affect these joinings? What are these potential party joinees have to say about Mukul Sangma, bringing Mukul Sangma on board? So it's a very complex situation there, and we can probably say that yes, if we see things on the surface now, it seems like Mukul Sangma is on a back foot.
But to me, the biggest challenge, viewers, is that biggest challenge is being faced by Conrad Sangma, the NPP leader, because he has come up with this very, very ambitious move, forming a new political party, merging other political parties. Now, who are the people with him? He is the only Tipramotha leader, Pradut Debbarman with him, and of course when Pradut is the Maharaja of Tripura, so he can call the shots because he can ask other Tipramotha leaders to merge with the party, but that may not be the case with Conrad's own party. Just like Snabulang Dhar, he said that, oh, why should we sacrifice the NPP's flag and symbol? He said that there will be no change. So these are the things that internal dissensions or differences of opinion, if you ask Conrad Sangma this, you will say, oh, we are a democratic party, people are free to their opinion. That will be the standard answer. I can bet on that actually. Now that is one challenge. Now Onitam, the other two parties to watch are the parties two big regional parties. One, of course, we will talk about the VPP later because it's a very new political party. It's a firebrand political party. Talks about the real issues facing the people. It's almost like the voice of the People's Party. The name itself suggests they've done very well suddenly.
Yes.
Like the Tipramotha did in Tripura.
Yes.
Now, the other two political parties to watch are the UDP and the HSPDP. Now, the UDP and the HSPDP have been alliance partners of the NPP-led government in the state.
Yes.
Now, suppose tomorrow in the new political party is formed, NPP merges with the new political party and loses its identity, do you think the UDP and the HSPT will still continue to rally behind this new political party that will be launched by Conrad Sangma and company?
Well, of course, everything remains to be seen. But first point here, if NPP merges, how I look at it is that NPP will end up splitting in case there is anything like that. If NPP has to, like what Conrad said, if they have to shed their identity and all, I am 100% sure many of the leaders who have, a lot of sweat and toil has gone into making NPP what it is today. Barely 12 years, 13 years since NPP became a party, now it's a national party, and suddenly giving up everything.
See, parties like the NPP and the Tipra Motha are today brands in
Yes.
their own right.
Yes.
They are brands in their own right. Rashmi, आपको क्या लगता है NPP में ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि विभाजन हो जाए? तो ठीक है, कोई कॉन्रेड संगमा एक बड़ा नेता है, कॉन्रेड संगमा एक पॉलिटिकल फैमिली से बिलोंग करते हैं, ये he was the one of the mover and shakers of that found for NPP, इनका नाम से with the support of his other leaders पार्टी चुनाव जीत रहा है, 2 बार चीफ मिनिस्टर बने. नाउ ये क्या कंटिन्यू जारी रहेगा, या अगर नया पार्टी फॉर्म होगा तो क्या एनपीपी में विभाजन हो सकता है?
जी वसबीर, इसमें 2 बातें हो सकती है. एक तो हो सकता है कि ये जो HSPD है और UDP है वो साथ में रहे, जिस तरह NPP एक बड़ी पार्टी, एक नेशनल पार्टी का दर्जा जो नॉर्थ ईस्ट में सिर्फ NPP को मिला हुआ है, तो वो साथ में रह सकती है. और अगर नई पार्टी बनती है उसके बाद जिस तरह इस वक्त सुबगाहट चल रही है NPP में, विभाजन की एक बात, एक सिर्फ रिपोर्ट है ये, लेकिन एक बात जिस तरह से उठ रही है, तो कहीं ना कहीं जो क्षेत्रीय पार्टियां होती है, वो भी छोटी छोटी जो पार्टियां होती है, उनको अस्तित्व का डर ज़्यादा सताने लगता है, और खासकर तब जब चुनाव सामने हो.
NPP की.
But is there a possibility that UDP, HSPDP can actually, maybe UDP can go ahead and align with BJP? Could they be a part of the NDA?
Because they are all part of the NDA at the end of the day.
So why go with a party which is a smaller regional
but
party?
you need the numbers.
but
You need the numbers.
align
Whether
with
the UDP, HSPDP and BJP can bring the numbers or not.
But
The
also-
magic figure
but-
of
but
31.
also we are talking about Meghalaya here.
Let's go
So-
back to the 2023 result scenario.
Yes.
NPP had 26 seats. And UDP all of a sudden became the kingmaker.
Yes.
BJP had 2, there was 28, and Conrad Sangma had to struggle to get 2 PDF MLAs to make it 30, and then somehow, after several rounds of negotiations, and if I'm not mistaken, even sources say even NEDA convener played a major role in bringing the UDP on board. UDP was calling the shots. So UDP was all willing to go with the TMC and the Congress back in 2023. So you never
Absolutely.
know.
Meghalaya has, the people of Meghalaya has hardly given a very clear mandate in favor of any particular political party. That
Except
has been
for the first term, Wasbir, except for the first term, you'll be surprised. This is the first time that any party has crossed the majority mark on its own. 33 MLAs NPP had, and still this is the condition right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, the same question goes to you once again. I mean, do you think? Tipra Motha. Now, few of the Tipra Motha leaders or MLAs have tasted power. They are ministers and they are with the BJP. Fine. Now, Pradyut Debarman has a different status altogether, unlike other normal political leaders. He is an unconventional politician. Here is a leader who is the founder of a party and then says, "मेरे को कुछ पद नहीं चाहिए. I will not be the president of the party. I will not be the chairman of the party. I am the founder." So that has created a huge, peculiar kind of a situation. He said that मेरे को कोई पद नहीं चाहिए. Now, being a Maharaja, he is a highly respected figure among the Tiprasa people. Now, he may be able to, get large chunk or majority of the Tipra Motha into the fold. But do you think still some Tipra Motha people might revolt and continue to remain as Tipra Motha, or same is the case with the NPP? Do you think so?
There's a big chance. I'll tell you why, Wasbir, because every regional party, every local party comes with its own agenda, aim, it has its own theme. A small thing like a theme song of a party. If you remember way back when the KNAM was launched in Meghalaya, and the first time they had come up with a theme song, and it was no other party have thought of it, even the national parties haven't thought of it back then. And Paul Lindo was leading the KNAM, and it was a craze all over Shillong, Meghalaya. Everybody was just like the VPP today, KNAM back then. Everybody was talking. So everything,
but
flag,
for the sake of since we are debating, we are discussing, we will be having the political leaders come on one of my shows in the coming days. Now, I see another scenario: VPP, UDP, HSPDP, BJP. Or BJP may or may not be, but VPP has a potential of improving on their performance.
Absolutely.
UDP is a very strong political party. Who knows, HSPDP is going through a difficult phase or difficult patch at the moment. But you cannot deny the fact that HSPDP is also a very old regional political party. with roots in the Khasi Jaintia hills. Now, their only problem with the UDP and HSPDP and party VPP, parties like that, is their influence in the Garo hills.
Absolutely.
That is the issue.
Absolutely. But all of them, the UDP, the VPP, have the same vote bank, the same area, the same voters. It's like NDA constituents fighting separately. It's the same thing. That's where the problem lies. And despite trying, they have not been able to, of course, make their presence felt. That is because they have chosen to remain predominantly a party representing the aspirations of the people of the Khasi and Jaintia hills. So that is where the problem is. That is where parties like the Congress come in again into the scene, into the equation.
And I also
Or for that matter, the BJP with 2-3 seats, whatever.
Yes, but again, BJP with VPP, it could be a bit difficult. But anything is possible in politics.
I don't think VPP would like to, merge or not merge, actually join hands with anybody. Knowing, I mean, we've seen how they suddenly came up.
But another thing, the VPP, see, at the end of the day, it's a political party and they're politicians. They want to do good welfare of the people. They want to champion the rights of the people, which they cannot do if they are not in power. That realization must be there within them.
लेकिन वीपीपी जो है वो पूरी कोशिश कर रही है कि राजनीतिक तौर पर, सांगठनिक तौर पर वो लोग बहुत आगे निकलने की इस वक्त कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
Therefore,
निशाना बना रहे हैं एनपीपी जो इस वक्त सत्ता में।
Yes. Therefore, I think VPP might,
VPP might join hands with UD. At the end of the day, these are regional political parties. ठीक है, फाइन. ऑन वन हैंड कांग्रेस संघ में बड़ा रीजनल पार्टी बनाने का अभी सपना देख रहा है, तो ये सपना साकार भी हो सकता है. लेकिन ये जो छोटा पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज है, छोटा इज नॉट अ गुड वर्ड, न्यू, आई विल से न्यू पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज लाइक द VPP. We cannot call the VPP a small political party because they've surprised everybody in the last elections.
Only problem is that if there is no strategy, if there is no proper, if they do not pre-decide to go together, the VPP's rise may come at the cost of the UDP's fall.
Absolutely.
That is one catch there.
Yeah.
But you see, a situation may come when parties like the VPP, UDP, HSPDP might decide that okay, at the end of the day, this bigger regional party is going to act like a national party ultimately. ऐसा ही action हो सकता है.
So क्यों ना हम एक साथ मिलकर टक्कर दें?
पूरा ताकत लगा दे.
तो सवाल भी उठा रही
है.
वीपीपी तो कह भी रही है कि एनपीपी का एक राष्ट्रीय जो महत्वाकांक्षा है उसकी वजह से आगे बढ़ रही है. ये वीपीपी कह भी रही है. तो एक तरह से घेरे पे ले रही है उसको कि क्योंकि हमने पहले भी देखा है, बहुत पहले भी ऐसा हुआ है. जैसे पीए सांबा की हम बात करें, उस वक्त भी उन्होंने एक ट्राइबल एक पूरा बनाया था, संगठन एक बनाया था.
When you mentioned PA Sangma, now coming back to the NPP part, what we are just talking about, the Tipramota NPP, how easy or difficult it will be to merge. So the NPP comes with the Purno Sangma legacy.
Correct.
You cannot shed that legacy. A change in name, a change in symbol, a change in flag would mean shedding the legend of the North.
So that will be also one of the challenges of Conrad Sangma.
That's the biggest challenge.
Being his son,
absolutely,
more particularly.
Absolutely.
And emotions are attached, not just of Conrad Sangma and PA Sangma's family.
He's the founder. For Conrad, that is not the case.
And
absolutely.
Emotions of a lot of people from the Garo Hills.
Absolutely. Another angle, before I conclude, another angle I want to bring into this discussion is that, the 9-member committee that has been formed by Conrad Sangma and this initiative that is being taken to come up with the modalities in 45 days. This committee has also been mandated to reach out to other political parties and leaders. Now, whether this committee, who are the political parties that they are going to target? Now, let me name some of the political parties in the Northeast who could be targeted and who may or may not. Most of them will not come, according to me, if you ask me. Let me be blunt. I would like to, stick my neck out here. There are parties like the AGP. There are parties like the ZPM, which is the ruling party in Mizoram. There is the MNF, which is the opposition party in Mizoram. There is the Bodoland People's Front, which is an ally of the NDA in Assam. There is the UPPL, which has been kept out of the initiative by Conrad Sangma and Pradut Debbarman. And there is the UDP, there is the HSPDP, there is the VPP. Now, how many? These are there is the Arunachal People's Party.
Then two from Sikkim.
Two from Sikkim. So, who are the parties that this 9-member committee is going to approach? And many of them, I'm sticking my neck out, may or may not be willing to join this.
You're absolutely right,
new formation.
You're absolutely right, because Hagrama Mohilari was supposed to attend that announcement event as a mark of solidarity, but he didn't do that. And Hagrama, being the blunt man that he is, he made a statement yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, that it's all good parties coming together for the cause of Northeast, but the moment
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल
election comes, the
जैसे
moment
ही
election
चुनाव आते
comes,
हैं, सब
each
अपने
will go
रास्ते,
their own way.
सब अपने रास्ते.
Yeah,
तो एक बड़ा
absolutely,
statement है उनका.
because during the last Borderland Territorial Council elections, everybody appealed, particularly the BJP top brass, they appealed that UPPL and BPF should come together. But, you know, Pramod Boro during interviews to me said that how can we join with the BPF with such ideological differences? ये आइडियोलॉजी में मैं कैसे ज्वाइन कर सकता हूँ? तो सेम केस में भी asked by the other political parties, because parties like the ZPM, they have carved out a niche for themselves. MNF, they have proved that they are a big political party capable of forming government in a particular state. They don't have ambitions outside the state of Mizoram. Unlike the ZPM, which may be thinking of a unification of the Kukizo community and so on, Laldu Homa gave such kind of statements in the United States and so on. And parties like the UDP, they'll be focusing on Meghalaya, they'll be focusing on their own people.
And also, if the NPP-led initiative, this Conrad Sangma, Pradyut Debrahma-led initiative, if they cannot bring in more parties, then this new regional party may not work at all in Meghalaya either, because they have to give a big platform, a joint. Why should people decide
let me give you a small news break. If my sources are to be believed, in Manipur, one individual who has joined the Conrad Sangma Pradyut Debrahman initiative is Hemachandra Singh. That is the breaking news. Hemachandra Singh, according to sources, he has left the Congress, he has quit the Congress, and he is now with the Pradyut Debrahman Conrad Sangma initiative, and his status is just like Monilamo Kikan of Nagaland, because both these people have no political parties at the moment. They are individuals who are siding with them. Apart from that, it is only the NPP's Manipur unit which is of course with their leader, that is
and
Conrad
Arunachal
Sangma.
also, Arunachal unit also
Yes,
there, obviously so.
So
But
absolutely,
we cannot also forget about the Mukul factor, because Mukul is holding all his cards close to his chest. That might also add to this churn that Meghalaya is witnessing.
Absolutely, it's a volatile situation. That has been the history of Meghalaya politics. Absolutely, people not giving a clear mandate, except on one occasion in the previous election where Conrad Sangma first became the chief minister under the banner of the NPP, where they got a clear majority. Apart from that, government formation, people switching sides has been a common feature as far as Meghalaya politics is concerned. And now we have to wait and watch as Conrad Sangma takes this initiative to form a pan-Northeast regional political party with the merger of parties like Tipra Motha and so on, and trying to catch whatever fish they can get into the net. There are trouble within, because if Snabalang Dhar's statement saying that NPP's flag and symbol is going to remain intact, so what does it mean? Only Conrad Sangma can answer this, and if he can sit together with Snabalang Dhar and tell the media that only then people are going to take it seriously, and we have to wait and watch how things unfold. But at the moment, smaller regional parties could also play a very big role in the coming days as far as Meghalaya is concerned. The situation is volatile. We'll keep a close watch on this political churn taking place in Meghalaya. Thanks for watching the program. Good night and goodbye.